In death, there is life. As the public mourned and the body of former South Korea President Kim Dae-jung was moved to lie in state, new hopes emerged of improved relations with the reclusive North Korea. Kim was the architect of the so-called Sunshine Policy, which saw an era of cooperation and reconciliation with the North. No sunshine in Seoul on Thursday, but out of the mist comes a ray of hope. The North Koreans will be sending a high-powered delegation for the funeral of the former president, just one of a number of recent factors that suggest a thawing of this Asian Cold War, which developed through the North's feared nuclear program. When former US President Bill Clinton went to Pyongyang and successfully negotiated the release of 2 American journalists, it began a new relationship. A relationship which was built on with a visit by North Korean diplomats to Bill Richardson, the governor of New Mexico, widely seen as a broker in US-North Korean relations.
I think the administration's handled North Korea well. They got the humanitarian release of the 2 journalists. That was a huge priority, and the Clinton visit helped do that. There's a little thaw that you've explained has come in a number of ways. Condolence messages, meeting with a Hyundai chair, South Korea canceling their launch. So, let's take advantage of this thaw, and the next step should be some kind of dialogue that involves the United States and North Korea.
According to some, the launch of South Korea's first rocket into space is a potential obstacle for better relations. It was aborted on Wednesday, minutes before launch. The official reason was a faulty fuel gauge, and not because of North Korean criticism. The North is still smarting from UN-imposed sanctions after its own rocket launch in April, followed by an atomic test. The US says it was a cover for the testing of its long-range ballistic missile, Taepodong-2. The North claims it was a communication satellite.
One of the big question is whether North Korea really willing to dismantle its WMD programs. Once it decides to give up their nuclear development program, I think their current development seems to be more constructive.
North Korea's President Kim Jong-il is believed to have suffered a stroke a year ago, but his improving health and a prospect of stability is another reason for the new climate of optimism. The world's last Stalinist state has also lifted its self-imposed blockade, instigated after sanctions, and is paving the way for the reintroduction of reunions of families split between the North and South, which was suspended 2 years ago. Some are asking, why now?
They need to have a economic incentive from other countries, including the US and South Korea. Therefore, they are trying to make a dual policy toward those countries who are now imposing some sanctions against North Korea.
In dealing directly with the US, Kim Jong-il is almost making the 6-party talks redundant and also circumventing the right-wing government of South Korean President Lee, which ended the Sunshine Policy and has suspended aid and assistance while the North pursues its nuclear program. When it comes to good relations with North Korea, it's a case of been here, done that. Is this time any different? Will the good signals simply go away like so many times in the past? The short answer is we don't know. But the North is the master of brinkmanship, and only time will tell if they're really serious about ending this nuclear saga once and for all. Tony Birtley, Al Jazeera, Seoul.